On my channel today, I would like to teach us how we can make Zobo that lasts longer. A lot of people always complain that whenever they make Zobo, within few days, it gets bad. So on my channel today, I'll be showing us how we can make Zobo that lasts long, even when you don't have a freezer. Just have something that can chill it. So I'll be teaching us how we can make Zobo that lasts longer. The first thing we'll be needing is our Zobo leaf. That is our main ingredient for today. We'll be needing our Zobo leaf, and this is our pineapple. We'll be using cucumber. We'll be using our dates. That's for sweetener. I use dates. If you don't use dates, you can use sugar or any sweetener of choice, but I use date. I don't use sugar for my Zobo. So we'll be needing our cinnamon, ginger powder, cloves, and star anise. These are the ingredients we'll be using to make this Zobo. How do we go about it? Let's get started. The first ingredient we'll be using is our pineapple. We're cutting our pineapple. That's the first ingredient we'll be using. You know we have different kind of pineapple in the market. So you need to take note of this particular pineapple. This is Cotonou pineapple. So this is the best pineapple to use when you are making Zobo especially. This is the best pineapple to use. So make sure it is ripe but not overripe. Make sure the pineapple is not overripe, but make sure it is ripe. These are the two pineapples I'll be using for my Zobo today. So I'm keeping the pineapple peel too. I'll also be using that when I'm making my Zobo. So the next ingredient now is the cucumber. So you need to make sure your cucumber is washed. Dates after the seeding. So the next thing now is we are going to blend. jar we'll be using for the Zobo, make sure it is thoroughly washed before you cut it into tiny pieces. After cutting into tiny pieces, I'm going to pound it. Going to cook. First of all, make sure you rinse your Zobo. You need to rinse your Zobo because it has a lot of sand in it. So you need to make sure it is thoroughly washed. After washing, you pour it inside the pots.
Mommy, what is that?
Pour your Zobo inside the pot. After pouring the Zobo, the next thing you are going to pour is your pineapple peel. You're going to pour your pineapple peel. After pouring your pineapple peel, the next thing you're going to add is your cinnamon. You're going to add cinnamon. All these things are as a natural preservation, so it won't allow your Zobo to get bad so easily. The next one is African star anise. The next one is star anise. Just need to put 2. The Zobo is not that much, so I'm only adding 2 star anise. Star anise is also a natural preservative, so it won't allow your Zobo to get bad so easily. So the next one is cloves. You're going to add your clove. So the next one is your ginger powder. I'm going to add our ginger powder. Then I'm going to mix. I'm going to cover it for a while for it to warm up a bit before adding my other ingredients. So when you see it's about to start cooking like this, then we'll add the remaining ingredients. We'll be adding the ginger first. I'll be adding the ginger. After that, I'll be adding the pineapple and cucumber mix. the Zobo is done cooking now, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the apple peel, all the ingredients I put inside, I'm going to remove it. So I'm going to reduce the heat, I'm going to reduce the gas, and I'll remove. So this is the Zobo. After I've removed all the Zobo leaves and the ingredients I put, I'm going to add the remaining pineapple and cucumber. I'm going to add the remaining. And I'm going to leave it on fire again for like 5 minutes. I'm leaving it on fire for 5 minutes again. When it cools down a bit, then we're going to add the dates, the blended dates. We are going to add it. Going to add the dates. Sieve it now. This sieving is just for first sieving. If I didn't sieve it the second time, it will have sand particles. That's why when you place some Zobo, they will be having sand at the bottom of the drink. That is because they only use this cheese cloves to sieve it. That is why it is good to sieve your Zobo twice, especially with a clothed cheese cloth. The clothing one that is different from this. This one looks like net, so it won't save all the sand in the Zobo. It will only save it partially and not. It won't remove all the sand in the Zobo. So that is why when I do it here once, I will also sieve it the second time with the cheese cloth. I don't know the name they call it. In my diet, we call it teru. That is the second cloth I will be using to sieve it. We call it teru. So that one will remove all the sand. You won't have any sand this thing at the bottom of your drink. I'm going to sieve it again. This time around, I am using cheese cloth. If you can see, this is totally different from the first sieve I used. This is like a cloth. So this is what I am going to use to sieve it the second time. With this one, it will remove all the sand in the Zobo. That when people are drinking your Zobo, they won't be having all these sand stuff at the bottom of the Zobo. So this is totally different. This is like a cloth. It's like a cloth. It's different from the first sieve I used. This is what I'll be using to sieve it for the second time.